Hello everybody, long time no see. So it's going to be a tutorial on how to do this envelope. I showed it once upon a time and Anne-Marie wanted to see how I did it, and because I need to make more, I'm going to show you how I did this. It's very, very simple to do. It's nothing, my procedure. And then I wanted to show you my new journal. I know I said I was going to do everything in one journal, but yeah, I saw a tutorial about how to, take pages away out of a real book. And I'm not sure if I'm actually doing it right. She explained something about the binding here. If it was a certain way, you don't do it. I didn't understand exactly how it was or how to recognize it, but I did it anyways, and yeah, it'll probably work out. Then a book that, I had partially read, but fell, um, it's about the growl. I think it's called in English. I'm not sure. It's a documented book on, things, and yeah, it was in Italian too. So I took the pages out and I started gestoing the first few pages, and this is the first one that I did. Now this is let me see the light here. Take away the glare. Okay, this is a video that I watched of Lori Haley Richardson, and I was doing it while she was doing it. It's completely different, and the colors are more or less the same, but different stencils and things. But the girl and this beautiful flower, and she's amazing. She is amazing. So I tried out, drawing. Yeah. um, yeah. So that was okay, and I got pages sticking together. Oh no, I hate that. Darn. Yeah, okay, so my first difficulties of using a book are the pages here on how they're opening, but I'm obviously going to have to put some, wax paper in between this. So this is another page that I did, and I think Victor sent me this napkin, which is beautiful, and it had even this on it. So I got this napkin and I kind of painted over her hat again and painted over her dress. They were already black. And then I put a whole bunch of liquid pearls of different colors here on her hat, and made her lips redder. Used some tissue paper that I had stamped previously on top of it. This is the same as this napkin here. This was on the napkin. And then I embossed these flowers here that you can hardly see. So this is something that I do want to try to fix up, where you can see the embossing better on it. And like I said, I'm trying to get out things that I haven't used in a while, and trying to start to get them and use them up. This one here, believe it or not, this is, and I have the washi tape that's coming off in some places. This is Mike Deacon's April's challenge on Mission Inspiration, I think it's called, where you started off with the first step of the paper, the square papers of scrapbooking paper, which you can't even see at all. But I did it, I did it by the way by the way he told us to do it. And what I did wrong here was I think I put too much color on, where you can't even see, like I said, the squares of scrap paper around anymore. The tickets, I only had these. I didn't really have, actually, I did find something that I want to attach to this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. See, there's a ticket on. Oh, this is a ticket from our next town to here. It's called Milazzo. It takes you to these little islands that are, off our coast, and they're beautiful islands. It's a lot of, it's a big, huge tourist attraction. On the first island, which is called Volcano, there's the mud baths and things like that, and the hot springs, and it's it's pretty much, there's all different types of islands there. This was probably one of my kids that had gone, so I was thinking of kind of making it look old and sticking it in here, to start using up this ephemera that I had started saving up too. I wrote "See the World." I did the border, the tape. I put it everywhere. I stamped I can't remember off the top of my head. There was the modeling paste as well too, which I did. But like I said, you can't even see the squares. I used too much color when he said to put a light coat. I put a thicker coat of paint on it, obviously, and covered it up. And then what else did I do? This, just trying this out. These are. I just got these recently. It's from Sizzix. They're thinlit dies, and they're beautiful. I loved them as soon as they came out. And at the beginning, when I had when they had first come out, they were never in the store where I order from. And the other day, I had to order something for my sister, and they were there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to order them now. So, and this was playing with my gelatos, some modeling paste, some stencils. I'm still probably going to continue on this page. I have a little story to tell you guys, and I was telling Anne Marie and Nikki Parr the other day on Skype that at the beginning when I started, discovering this type of art, I love mixed media, but I didn't understand the meaning of journals. Now and I didn't want to do them either. Now I can't get enough of them. And it's play. I'm just playing along. Even if I go to a page like this and have, like I said, this isn't finished yet. I love doing the backgrounds. That's what I'm trying to say. I love doing the backgrounds, and I get stuck at this point, not knowing what to do, how to go forward. And they're kind of like, waiting pages. That they're waiting to be finished. When I find something that inspires me, then I'll open up the book and look for pages where I can put something in here and things like that. Something nice that you find in a magazine as well too. This one instead, if you look carefully, they're all little tiny triangles, and these are bits and pieces left from my jelly prints on fabric, which I did, I'm not finished yet, a quilt with jelly prints. And these were all the little triangles, the cutouts. And I started putting them on this page, gluing them to this page, and I put this washi tape that I did, not washing tape, decorative tape on masking tape. And like I said, this isn't finished either. I'm still going to go around the border. I'm still going to doodle. These are things that, I'll take over there and start, fooling around with pens and things like that, and start getting confidence with that type of stuff as well too. So. And then this one I was just trying the crowns out, so I definitely have to come back to this and I was just playing around, and that's it. So yeah, so I started this other little book, so now I have another journal going, and the problem with this is, like, I wanted to save on, but this is what I wanted. I wanted a journal like this. I didn't want a journal like I have with the rings, right? I wanted one that you could do a full page, like I've done up until now. I haven't done single pages. I do full pages. I like the full page effect. So the problem here is that, you have to glue them together and gesso them. You have to prepare these to, instead of going out and buying a brand new one. I decided to try this because I have lots of books too that I have to see about. And then what else have I been doing? I've been watching this video. Oh dear, and I can't remember her name now. Just a second, I'll look it up right away. Let me go on to, oh dear. Yeah, I think I have to go onto my channel. Then, oh, thank you all my new subscribers. I got a whole lot in these last couple of weeks. Thank you so much, and welcome to my channel. I hope, to always keep on doing videos and things. Oh yeah, that's right. I go into history, and I think I saw her video a couple of days ago. Come on, internet. It's being a bit slow today. Okay. It wasn't her. I thought it was somebody, and then I remembered that it wasn't her. What it really attracts me, and they're so right about when they say, your thumbnail picture is so important. And it is, because I get attracted to the pictures right away, and will watch a video. Mostly I get attracted to the oh dear, whatchamacallits. How come I'm not finding her? Oh dear, I'm oh, here she is. Okay, her name is Tammy Dameron. Hi, Tammy. And by the looks of it, just a second, I'll let you know right away. So that way I'll give her a little shout out. Right, okay, she's at 99 subscribers. So girls, go out there and check her out, girls and gentlemen. Tammy Dameron. Dameron, is it? Yeah. And beautiful, beautiful jelly printing video, which inspired me a lot of, you would see these beautiful pastel colors on her video, which was really nice. And she was doing, actually, I think she ended up doing tags with them at the end, which is what I did too. So I got two clothing tags. I save all the tags from my kids' clothes. And I copy the size. I use them as, what you would call it. You would call it templates. Okay, so that's one. And I was doing this all on my little jelly plate without getting my big jelly plate out. I was doing them on, iCAD cards, and because I knew there were going to be tags anyway, so that way I could and in the meantime too, I've been working on that album, you guys, that I have to give to them by the middle of May. So I've been working on that a lot as well too, they're mostly, I could say 99% of the pages are jelly prints. So I'm doing jelly prints, pasting them on the page, and then putting the picture down and decorating the pages after that. So another one. I love these pastel colors. This is what really attracted me to this video, was the pastel colors especially. Yeah, but yeah, give her a nice big shout out to Tammy. And that's the last one. So yeah, that's what I've been doing there. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So this is how I start these this thing. Is, first of all, it has to be, this was done with a file folder, but I noticed that I had this pad of paper, which was, long enough, because it has to be at least 14 inches wide. So that's why I had used the file folder to begin with. And this one is simply decorated this way. So I got my jelly plate, a little one. So I had the 12 by 14 jelly plate, and I cut mine down because I wasn't going to always use 12 by 12 papers, and you usually use the 8 by 10. So I thought, you know what, it's going to be cut down. And this is how I started this. Now, these are two types of, the way I'm going to decorate this page is actually inspired by two different people. And one is Cat Hand, because she had these beautiful papers, and I had asked her once, how did you do that? And she would be doing jelly prints in front of the camera, and off the side she would have her paper where she would just start going like this with the braille to clean it off after, right? And it was just coming out beautiful, and I loved it. So mine isn't going to come exactly like hers, and it's actually going to be, I finish it off with just running the paint all over the place. And what I'm going to do now is to clean off my plate. I'm going to get these, and these are from, those canned cookies, the Danish butter cookies? That's what these are. They're like cupcake holders. And I'm just going to clean off a bit of my brayer with these, and I'm using these. I'm going to be using this in the project today. So just to show you guys how I start getting these colored. So I'm going to go to my next color. Now I'm using all Deco Art paints, and the first one that I used was Spa Blue. This one is Wisteria. get it on the jelly plate. You can actually mix 2 colors too at a time if you want to. If you want to make it more, you know, interesting. But I'm doing it 1 color at a time. I'm just going slowly. It doesn't matter if, you know, you don't have to cover the whole page, because we're going to go back with the same colors after. Okay, I'm going to set that one to the side, and then I'm going to use a baby pink. And naturally, yes, you guys could see I'm using all, you know, pastel colors on this one. And yeah, right now I guess there's times, you know, where you use more pastels, and there's times, well, at least me, I go from face to face, although I love all colors. Are you guys seeing that? So what have I been up to? Watching videos. I have to catch up on a lot of videos. I have to catch up. There's been a lot of, you know, videos that have parts, so I've caught up. I think I caught up on, no, I didn't catch up on Ginny's yet. She's doing a Blue Raven. And I still have to catch up on Victor's. So, and I think with Victor's I was on part 3 or 4, I can't remember, of his rolled journal. I think it was called a rolled journal, Victor, is that right? This color is, so that way you guys know, Blue Haven. If you know, want to copy the same colors or just do it similar, just get pastel colors and do it similar. So the other inspiration of this was where this girl did, oh my goodness, but I can't remember now. She's here in England, and it's Nikki Parr has ordered stamps from them. I can't remember what they're called. Oh dear. Let's see, something maybe. Let me look here really quick if I find it. No. Art TV, Art Junkie, Art Fairy, Art Farty Fairy. That's cute. No, shoot. But anyway, she did this background just, you know, with just using the brayer. And it was just beautiful. So this is a bit of Cat Hand's inspiration and a bit of hers as well too. I wish I could remember. I should have checked before I started this video. That's what I should have done. Okay. So these are, you know, little by little they're getting colored as well too. Next color up, pineapple. You know, you just need little dabs of paint, and I got to get the edges as well too. Remember to get the edges. Okay, so see, you just get a tiny bit of, you know, the yellow everywhere when you go all the way through, and then you have where you first put it with the brayer that stands out even more. Yeah, these are really cool. I love the cookies as well too. Today I was going through, I've been throwing a lot of stuff that, you know, I just have too much of, and I was going through, sorry you guys, I'm just gonna drink. Junk mail and things like that. And I actually found, because I used to order my Christmas cakes from a store in Texas, And they are to die for. They are delicious. I love the classical. I know Shannon Green had mentioned them the other day, and she loves, I think she said the pineapple one. I love the classic one. It's the classic one for me is the best. And I did like the apple cinnamon one as well too, but I used to order them all the time. And actually I used to order the little cakes, and so that way I would get all different flavors of them. But it just started getting too expensive to order them, because like we're talking about, you know, spending 60 to 70 just on the cakes, and then there was the postage, and it was getting pretty pricey. It's been a few years since I've ordered any more cakes, but I do want to save up some money for this year, and you know, even if I just can order one for myself and share it with my sisters, I want to do that. So we were at the pineapple. Now we're going to go to the coral shell. It's a very pretty peachy color. See, these are the ones that I got with, you know, the artist program. And these are the ones that I bought here, which are always Deco art. But I don't know, I guess they're corresponding with Ryer, which is a German company, we get lots of products of this German company here. I think it's a German company, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you see, this is how it's just, you know, coming out very dainty, very soft. And imagine this with dark colors, you know. Like, I'm using quite a few of pastels because they are pastels. If you're using dark colors, you might want to, I don't know, use less colors. Okay. Get another paper here. And go over that. The kids are playing outside. So we've got the coral, and then I added another green. So with the first one was, did I use, no, I haven't used them. So I got two greens here. I'm using a margarita and lemonade. And because I had used the lemonade first, and then I thought, you know what, I want a darker green on this. So I went ahead and I'm just going to add a bit more. I went ahead and used you know, a darker green, something that stood out more. Because this one actually, I don't know, on the paper here it was very much similar as the pineapple yellow that I was using. So yeah, and doing it this way, you're actually, you know, building the layers very slowly. Okay, and my last green. This will show up more as a green now on here. One there, there. I'm sorry if I'm off camera sometimes. The paper is pretty big, so the page. And this is a normal pad of paper. It's not watercolor paper or anything like that. It's just a normal pad. Something maybe kids would use as well too. I get these at Lidl. I don't know if you guys in America or Canada have Lidl there. I know here in Europe we do. And that's actually, it's always a German franchising too as well. And it's a supermarket, which is fun because they have, you know, weeks where there'll be the Spanish week, the English week, the American week. So I can find quite a few things that I like to eat that I don't find here in a normal supermarket. So, and as well, they'll have all different types of objects as well too. And when there's art stuff, I run there because, you know, you find good stuff like this. You find these pads of paper and paints and things like that, and you know, nice gift wrapping, pastels. I've found like something like Inktense pastel there as well. So that was, you know, that was nice as well. Now, you can go back and look and see what color you would like to add to it. Like, I think I'm going to add more of the coral shell. First, I'll take some of this off here. Okay. And I'm just building those up there. Now, the ones that are on the original piece of paper that I'm going to show you now, these ones here, I was doing them while I was jelly printing. So I had, you know, all the stencils on hand and, you know, anything, and marking tools and things like that. I had them on hand. So they came out a bit different. But the idea is that you can, you know, do them on cupcake liners as well too. And they make perfect embellishments, I guess you would call them. Something to add on. I'm actually liking this one better than the other one, which I will be showing it to you now. And that way we can continue on with the video, because after you guys have seen this, the rest is pretty much easy to follow, but I will go step by step to, you know, make sure that you guys have understood what I did on my page to finish it off and make it look the way it looks. So we're going to set this aside, and this is how it came out, right? And this is the way it's going to finish, like this. Now here, what I started doing is I started pasting these all over the place, right? And so I pasted them all over the place, and like even overlapping some of them over like this and like that. And then once they were pasted, I started going over it with some stencils. So you can see right there that you know, I've been using stencils, I've been using stamps, I used a credit card to make the lines, I used the circles, basic, you know, things that you can have in on hand to make marks on the pages. I went around it with markers. Each circle, I went around each circle to emphasize where I had put them, and yeah, and then this is the way it ends up looking. Okay, and the other side, I put tissue paper on top after, and I put tissue paper on the back. Okay, so get this off the side with this one here, and I have this one here ready already. So here's the tissue paper, but on this side here I sprayed. This will be the inside, right? And on this side here I already punched. Okay, so what we're going to need now is a bit of room. Let me get this stuff here. These are the markers that I use. I have very little of these markers. These markers were actually sent to me as a gift, one by one, as I would do orders at the beginning when I was ordering stuff, you know, mixed media stuff. This store was giving away these pens, you know, one by one. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 10 of these. I can get them here. I know 2 stores that have them here, one in town and one in the next town. But no, I haven't been interested in spending my money on markers at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to need, now what I did was I kept this, and my measurements, I'll tell you my measurements, but this is something that you can do any measurement you want. So I've cut this at 14 inches. It was 14 before I cut the piece here with the punch, right? And the width is 6 inches. But naturally, it's going to come smaller than that because as you can see here, it's smaller. Okay, so I'm going to get the scoreboard. I'm going to put it over here. Then maybe I should turn it over. And what I want to do, I'm going to turn it this way so that way you guys can see better here. So what I'm going to do is more or less, I think I'm going to do it 1 inch. If I do it 1 inch and at 4 and then 5, well, it's not actually 6 inches, it's 5. It's 5 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to score it at, make sure it's straight. I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch all the way down. Okay, I'm not getting the top piece here, which I really don't care about, where it's already cut with the punch. Okay, and I'm going to turn it, I'm going to turn the board because I'm not going to be seeing it good this way to get 3/4 of an inch. I hope I get it right. So I got 3/4 of an inch is half, and then so I got, okay, right down on 5. Perfect, I think. That doesn't look right. That does not look right. What about before? Right there. Okay. And 3/4 of an inch this way. I could have turned the paper around, but I would have had this part on top here, which okay. Perfect. So I'm going to kind of try it out here a second. Right. And figure out where I want to, looking at this one here, where I would want to fold it. So I'm going to fold it now too. Here. Okay, so we have all our scoring lines, and what I'm going to do now is cut from this side. I'm going to slit here where the fold, where I just did my fold. I'm going to slit here, and where are you? Right there, and slit there. Okay, and what is going to, this stays on right there. What is going to be taken off is the bottom piece here. Just right down where you did, where you see your score line, cut down there, and you end up with that. And then have to look good here for the score line. On the inside, I just gave a couple of sprays right here to, you know, because when I fold it over, you're going to see this right there. And what I actually do here is get my corner chopper. I'm going to put it at 1/4 inch, and I'm going to round the corners here. So it's optional. If you want to do it, you can do it. There. Okay. I don't mind this print that was on the tissue paper. This is tissue paper that I get from, you know, shoe boxes. And look what I have here. Little strips of, you know, anything you can do with them. So I'm going to fold these over, burnish them. So again, make sure here Now, one little mistake that I did was putting the tissue paper on beforehand, because I'll show you what I did now, just so you guys can see. And this I'm going to, let me see here. Yeah, it's not really turning out. I have to, look at that. Cut a piece here. Well, that's not really a problem. It can be fixed. Okay. This one came out a lot bigger than this one, which I don't mind, because, you know, you can, they're for anything. My idea was that you can send, because I have so many tags, this is something else that I was passing my time on too, just, you know, adding strips to, these are already tags from clothing, and, you know, have a whole bunch of even tags that aren't done, aren't ready, because I have so many of them, I want to start giving them away, clothing tags, and, you know, we can reuse them, you know, repurpose them. So, and that was my idea of, you know, putting a whole bunch in here and sending it away with Happy Mail. So we'll get back to this now, and I have to still cut a piece off here because it didn't come out completely straight, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm gonna fix this again where I cut the quarter. Oh, that didn't work out. Let me stick that in better. Oh. Okay. So now what we're going to do is see when you fold them in here, there's this piece that's that could be taken away as well. That way it looks better when it's folded over. And this is a deep edge from Martha Stewart. I done it a while ago, and with the intent of doing this video, and now I'm finally doing it. So we're gonna get my tape runner. You can use glue on this, you can use a tape runner, you can use whatever you want, and just stick it down. Very sticky. Okay. So the reason being that I said that I made the mistake before was that, there we go. Don't do this to me. It's going on crooked. Why? Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, now this excess, you can take it away, you can keep it on. I prefer keeping it on, so that way, because you can use this in a journal, you can use this, and it kind of protects this, if, you know, unless you're going to cut it even, the cutting part here. Now, here is the difference between this one and this one. I had already put tissue paper over everything I did on the painting, right? But what I did here was, I didn't do it before, but I did it after, so that way it closes my edges good, right? So you're going to give it a nice coat of tissue paper over it, all over again, and don't worry, it comes out see-through, and so that way, like even here, it'll be fixed up as well too. I gotta glue this, I gotta glue these edges down here. See, they're not glued down yet, and that way you don't have that the way it shows there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do to this and the other one too, because I have another one ready to go too. I'm going to put tissue paper all over it, and it seals it good on the edges, and it's not going to come apart anymore. So this one here, I'm just going to put in some glue on this edge here. Let me see if I can find some Eileen. And just around the edge here, so that way just give it a couple of dabs here and there and stick it down, and then you can clean it up with a napkin and hold it down until it sticks. Right? Okay, so I'm going to wait until this dries to the other side, so that way I don't disturb this side while I'm doing that side. And then, like I said, to finish it off, you can do the wax, I keep on saying wax paper, tissue paper, sorry. And what I did with this one was this was tissue paper, that was, whatchamacallit, patterning paper, that's what it was. But before I put the patterning paper down here, which is very transparent, you know, I stamped this image on it beforehand and then stamped it on the back as well too. So that way you got your stamp already stamped on the tissue paper and put it down here instead of putting the tissue paper down and then stamping. You'll get a clear image that way. At least I find I do. So there you go, you guys. This is my little, I don't know, I guess I would call it my little envelope, tag envelope. Let's call it a tag envelope. That way I can put it in the title of the video. And yeah, I like them. I think they're so pretty. I have some other ones ready here that this one is going to come very small. See, this was a file folder. By the time I fold the edges here, unless I do something else with it, like just an envelope and close it off with tissue paper and have this just hanging over like that. So yeah, this is another type that I did. Beautiful. See, I love doing backgrounds. That's what I love doing. But then, you know, naturally try to make something out of them. So yeah, so you can go ahead and use the file folder directly. Actually, it's better because it's more sturdy. Mine aren't that sturdy. These are not manila file folders. We get really cheap file folders here. They're not good file folders, and I looked for good file folders, but I'm not having any luck in finding them. So but I work with it, you know. I try to do it's nice and sturdy. It's not that it's, you know, coming apart or anything. So there you go, you guys. I hope you liked this video, and I can't remember if I had anything else to say. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, because I can't remember anyways. So until the next time, you guys, I hope to be back real soon. Okay? Everybody have a great day. Goodbye.